In November of 2022, Infinity Ward would fully reveal Season 1 for Modern Warfare 2. This would introduce some new maps, some new weapons, but most importantly, Warzone 2 and DMZ. As you could tell, this was a massive update for Modern Warfare 2. So just like the Orion video, we're going to discuss all the content that was brought in with this, and we're going to be bringing back our very good friend, the tier list. And over the year, we're going to rank every Modern Warfare 2 season. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with the multiplayer, starting off with we actually got a good amount of weapons going into Season 1, getting 4 throughout the entire season, and those weapons were the BAS-P SMG, the Victus XMR, the M13 AR, and the Chimera AR. Now all these guns are fairly good and all have unique properties on their own, but first we're going to get into my personal favorite, the Victus XMR. Now unlike most snipers in this game, the Victus XMR is actually fairly slow. It has the lowest fire rate in the game, and one of the lowest ADS speeds as well. However, it does make up for it with absolutely amazing damage. On top of that, it's based off the AWP, aka the L96, aka the L115, aka the L11AA, and it takes a similar role to the guns in those games as a slow fire rate, high damage weapon, but it's not completely useless if you're trying to be a bit more aggressive and quick scope. Overall, probably one of the most unique guns of this season since the other ones are from the same family. I'm feeling a decent to strong 7 on this gun. Transition, do you like the M13? Because if you like the M13, you're gonna like the next 3 guns because they are all the M13 in different variants. I'm only really half joking. They're all kind of different on their own, but they're not super different to the point where they all need their own section in this video. So just grouping them together, they're all fairly similar. But just shortly ranking them in order, I would put the BAS-P at the top, the Honey Badger right in the middle, and the M13 at the bottom. Now that we've covered the weapons, let's get into the second part of the season, which is a little bit disappointing to me. Let's get right into the I came out the game, the chosen one, and dropping it, yeah. If you were playing Modern Warfare 2 during the reveal of Season 1 and you saw the maps we were getting for multiplayer, you were either incredibly excited or really disappointed, and I fell into more of the latter half. The first big hit of the map was that we only got 2, and while I like the maps in Modern Warfare 2, I actually think they're a massive step up from the last Modern Warfare. There wasn't a whole lot of them, and so only seeing 2 really didn't help the situation. On top of that, the 2 maps we got were Shoot House from Modern Warfare 2019 and Shipment, which is pretty much Infinity Ward's Nuketown. Now while these maps aren't anything crazy, do they play good in Modern Warfare 2? Well, kinda. Let me explain. I think Shoot House in Modern Warfare 2019 was viewed as such a great map because every other map in Modern Warfare 2019 at the time kinda sucked. Now, I don't think Shoot House is a bad map, far from it, but in this game, it's a lot less of a standout map like it was in Modern Warfare 2019. Personally, I like most of the maps in the game anyway, so Shoot House was just this nice addition on top of that instead of being this game-saving 3-lane map that it was in the last game. And alongside Shoot House, we got Shipment. And it's a bit hard to commentate on the playability of the map since Shipment isn't necessarily supposed to be a super flow-heavy map. It is pretty much been the grinders map since World War II. Personally, I don't enjoy just setting in the Shipment playlist. I enjoy just having a bit of variety when I play, but Shipment is really fun to just sit down and play a couple games, especially if you're going for challenges. Overall, neither of the maps are necessarily bad, but they're not super standout. But now it's time for the real meat of this video, the 2 biggest things that were added with Season 1. So without further ado, Warzone 2 launched with Season 1 and was easily the most hyped up and anticipated part of the season. And here's where I might have an opinion that a lot of people won't agree with. I simply don't care. I have never been a huge fan of Battle Royales. I mean, I got into them when they were the huge craze around 2017, but honestly, they fell off so fast for me. I barely enjoyed Warzone 1, and Warzone 2 is in the exact same boat. Now, don't get me wrong, I won't say it's an absolutely horrible mode because there's a lot of bias that goes into that, and as someone who's just not into the game mode, it will never interest me in the way it will some other people. And from the little bit of experience I have playing it, it's honestly just all the same to me. It's just a battle royale. You drop in, you get your loot, you try to win. They had some cool twists on it, but most of them are the same from Warzone 1. So just being as honest as possible, not a big fan. I'm not going to use this a whole lot to go against this season though, because I clearly know there's a bunch of bias, but I do think there is one part that is tacked onto Warzone that is going to be the sleeper hit for this year, and that is DMZ. DMZ is hands down one of the most fun experiences I've had in Modern Warfare 2 overall, and just over this year so far. It's an extraction shooter type game mode, which pretty much just means escape from Tarkov, but it puts an arcadey spin on that, and it is super fun. I would honestly put it over Escape from Tarkov. I genuinely think it is more fun, and for something to take a break from the 6v6 with, it is an absolutely amazing mode. It gives you a sense of progression that isn't really felt in 6v6. I think being able to build your inventory is a really nice thing. It just makes you feel like you're actually accomplishing stuff that's not just a level ticking up. And of course, the combat building your inventory, as soon as you die, you lose it all. Overall, DMZ is probably my favorite part of Modern Warfare 2 overall. I believe it has a lot of potential going forward into Season 2, and I actually can't wait to see what they do with it. So there it is. That's my review of Season 1 of Modern Warfare. Honestly, not the best season we've seen, especially compared to the last few, which had some pretty good seasons. Plugging this into our tier list, I have to go with D. I kind of battled with myself a little bit on putting it in C or D, because I feel like C is a good place to put it in the middle, because it could get way better and it could get way worse. But I feel like putting it in D is just a bit more appropriate. So my general mood going out of this is I might be a little bit disappointed with Season 1, but I am excited to see where Season 2 brings us. And I'm definitely excited to make a video on Season 2 when it does come out.
I'm